When you want to create a new workflow in Snapper, all you have to do is go to the Settings tab, click on Workflow, and then click on New Template. Now, workflows are actually an outline created for a specific type of shoot. So when you create a workflow, what you actually create is a series of tasks that can be used anytime you assign that workflow to a new shoot. So we are going to create a template for wedding events. We are going to name it Wedding. And now we have to create milestones for this workflow. Now, milestones are actually a group of tasks which are related to a specific date. So let's assume that you have booked a wedding and you have a series of tasks that need to be completed in the first week after booking. So we are going to name this milestone After Booking. We are going to leave the description field empty, but you can enter whatever information is useful to you. And by clicking the plus button, we can add new tasks, as many tasks as we want related to this milestone. For example, we know that we need to call the bride to set up an initial appointment. Then you know you have to visit the venue together with the bride. And another task example would be email the contract because the bride needs to sign it. Okay, after we have written all the tasks for this milestone, we have to set a due date, and we have already established that we have to perform these tasks 7 days after booking. Change is saved. Here is the milestone name that Snapper created. Under this milestone we have all the tasks that we entered right here. Okay, and here we have the due date. We're going to create another milestone just to give you one more example. So let's see, we have some things that we have to do the day before the wedding. So day before event, we are going to add new tasks. We have to clean the camera lens. Then we have to format the memory cards. Then we should call, call bride and groom for final confirmation. Confirmation. Okay. And all these tasks need to be performed 1 day before the event. And here Snapper just created another milestone. Now, what I want you to remember is that if you bring any modifications to the workflows that you've already created, these modifications will not appear in the shoots that were already booked before the modification was done. So your previous shoots will not be affected, and your previous workflows will not be affected by the modifications. Now I'm going to show you how you can add a new client into the Snapper system. So you just go to the Clients tab and click New Client. Now let's assume that our new client is a female. Her name is Alexandra. Her last name Smith. Her email address is alex@gmail.com. Her phone number is 555-1515. Okay, she lives in New York. Okay, we're going to choose the country right here, which is United States, but remember that you can use Snapper from any corner of the world, so your country is also available in this list. She lives on 134 Maple Road. Okay, let's see, she was born in, let's go back a little here. So she was born in 1980 on the 15th of November. Okay, you can enter her anniversary here if there is any date available. Okay, so we know that Alexandra would rather be contacted by phone, so I'm just going to check phone right here. And she is no longer a lead, she is a fully booked client. Okay, save changes. Perfectly. If you want to add a new shoot into Snapper, you can either click the New Shoot button, which is available on the dashboard. You can also find it here in the Quick Entry menu, which is available no matter in what corner of Snapper you are at the moment. And you can also go to the Shoots tab and click New Shoot. Now, as you click New Shoot, you have to enter the shoot name. We're going to call this Alexandra's Wedding. Wedding. Okay, here we have Alexandra, and the system recognizes her because she is already a client entered into the system, so she will be available here in this drop down. Okay, the shoot type will be wedding. Here we're going to select the workflow that we have previously created. The date of the wedding is going to be the 25th of July, and she is already a booked client. Now here we're going to enter the information that we need for the day of the event, like the ceremony address and the reception address. Now, the fields that you find in the second step will vary depending on the type of shoot that you enter. So these are the fields available for a wedding shoot. Okay, so the address is 154 Hickory Road. Okay, the city will be New York. The postal code will be 10100. Okay, so the ceremony is going to start on the 25th of July at 12:30. And it's going to end on the very same date, so 25th of July. It's going to end at 2 o'clock sharp. Now, the reception address will be 566 Agony Street. Okay, city will be as well New York. The postal code is 11200. Okay, the reception is going to start on the same date as the ceremony, so that's the 25th at 3 o'clock. Okay, and it is going, oh, sorry, misclicked one right here. So we have July the 25th, that's going to end at 11:30 at night. Okay, clicking next. Now here you can add several people related to this shoot. Now the first thing that you want to add in a wedding shoot is the bride, of course. So add new person. We want to add the bride, which is the main contact that we're always going to talk to when we have some concerns related to the wedding. Now the bride's name is Alexandra, and as you begin to type, Snapper will automatically recognize her as a client and autofill the following fields that you have right here, because Snapper already knows the contact info of this person, and save. You can also add the groom. For example, let's add the groom. The groom's name is Jim Brown. Okay, sorry, Jim Brown, who is a male. His address is jim@gmail.com, and his is 9877. And he would rather be contacted by email. Save. Okay, so remember that you can add as many people as you like here related to this shoot. Click on finish, and Snapper will automatically create a shoot page. On this shoot page you will find the name of the shoot date, which can be edited at any moment, so if there are any modifications there's no problem in changing it into the system. Here you have the details, like the addresses where you need to be and the ceremony and reception start and end times. Here you have the people that are related to this shoot and their preferred contact method, so you know how to contact them. And here under tasks, you have all the tasks that Snapper automatically extracted from the wedding workflow. So basically this means that every time you create a wedding shoot and you select that wedding workflow that we have previously configured, Snapper will extract all these tasks. It's going to automatically update them in your calendar right here. So here you can see that you have the first 3 tasks that need to be completed, in the first milestone. Okay, and Snapper is always going to remind you what you have to do. Now if you click this button right here, you can also export the calendar and use it with other applications as well. And if you go to the dashboard, you will see that Snapper will always show you a brief description of the tasks that you have to perform in the next 7 or 14 or up to 28 days. So here you have the task name, the category, and the due date.